It's ESPN 93.5, and Town Square Media is proud to present to you the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Good afternoon, Quad Cities. It's Monday, and we're here in the Hassle Palace, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
It's a brand new Monday, T-Roy, but
That's
guess
right.
what? As of 3 o'clock, we got another winter storm warning.
No way, Jay.
Yes way.
Jump back, Jack.
I guess it was a slow weekend at the Hy-Vees.
Real banner weekend at the Bender household. Hey, smoke up, Johnny boy.
So maybe they need to sell some more food out there and, some more gas at the gas stations. But as of 3 o'clock, we got a winter storm warning. And I'm worried about this big game tonight. I've sent out some texts. Let me know if they're,
What big game are you referring to, bud?
The number 2 team and the number 1 team in Class 4A in basketball.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking professional for some reason. I forgot this is Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
That's right. So, number 1 team, North Scott Lancers, come into Bettendorf to play tonight, and I'm worried that's going to be postponed.
Well, Jay, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that they don't.
Tell you what's not going to be postponed, though.
What's that?
Pat Miletich and Jeff Wilson show tonight on Everything Combat on ESPN from 7 to 8.
And they have on
Mario Ranella.
Mario Ranella. Nice.
The voice of boxing, WWE, and UFC.
Did you see for March who Jeff got booked?
I did. Kamala,
the Uganda Giant.
I texted him. I texted Jeff and said, man, I've got 1,000 questions. I don't know if I'm going to be able to shut my mouth during this interview.
You know what? He was the first Kamala that I ever heard of. And then I found out there was a politician named Kamala.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I always wondered. I'm like, I wonder if did they name after the Uganda Giant? I'm just curious. You know what I mean?
Well, he's not Uganda.
I know he's not. He's actually, I think he's Jeff Harris, I believe.
He's Wakanda. Wakanda forever.
Oh, Uganda. Wakanda's a made-up world.
Oh.
Come on, bird.
Anyway, hey, big weekend. I feel like we kind of hit a home run. And it's not even the sport that I'm referring to.
With the Hawkeyes?
Well, that was big.
I mean, Jay Bo.
He's...
Jay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he was a two-legged dog with steel balls, he'd take your nickname from you.
Yeah.
That dude. That dude is something, man.
That was something else. And
I love Jordan Bohannon. And people out there that don't like him, you're crazy. That's great.
I keep saying this team is going to relight the fire of Hawkeye basketball. Because they're just endearing. And I've been saying that for a couple weeks now. Like, they've got everything. You got the local with Wheezy.
Yeah.
You got J-Bo. He's just
I love that they're calling Wheezy now.
Yeah, he's got Wheezy does it. You got J-Bo. He's just got ice in his veins.
You hear that? Boy, you should have known by now. Wheezy does it.
That's right.
Dude, Serge, I think you should do some more rapping.
Just take it all in over here, buddy.
I did
Come on,
send you
you're
a text
the
yesterday.
resident rapper. I want to
sent
get
you
on
a
one of
text
these
yesterday.
raps.
Did you send out the text after that? What was my text yesterday? We need to get somebody to get on it.
Yes.
We got to go to Des Moines.
Yes.
We got to go to March Madness.
All right, I'll go sweet talk Dana at break.
Yes.
All right.
We got to get media tickets. I'll tell you what. Have you ever gone to March Madness?
No, I have not. You
It's
Serge?
awesome.
No, I haven't either.
It is really, really awesome.
No,
Closest
my wife,
thing was being in Vegas for the start of the tournament.
Well, I haven't done that, and I'm sure that's
That was
awesome
a
too.
blast, too.
Amy won't let me leave the house. She's a mean
Just tell her
person,
you'll
dude.
be with me and Jay. What's the worst that can happen?
Jail. I've been to jail before.
Murder.
It's all right. Jail's not that hard.
So yeah, it was. We got a lot to talk about with the Alliance. We talked on Friday, and we spent all week talking to people from the Alliance. But we mentioned on Friday that the big thing is for them was to under-promise and overproduce, which I believe they have.
I believe they have too. I think three of the 4 teams looked really, really good all the way around.
3 of the 4 winners, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Birmingham, your Orlando, Apollos, and Surge's Hot Shots looked really good.
Yes, Hot Shots looked really good.
The Commanders beat my fleet, but they didn't look all that great doing it.
It was a whopping 15-6.
Yeah, 16-6 or wherever it was. It wasn't that,
15.
It was much. Yeah, it was much like the Super Bowl. Like I said, and some of the commentators were like, "Yeah, you know what? A lot of times the offense needs more time to click. Defense can click a lot faster together." So that explained it for a little bit for me. But man, I think I'm gonna have to become a San Antonio Commander fan though, because I did not realize that Moose Johnston was the general manager.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your boy.
So I don't know.
I added that in
I'm
my...
trying not to be like a.
I did mention that in my ESPN 935.com. 5 reasons to watch the Alliance.
There's enough NFL background in it, guys. It was great. Listen, the football, even that game that I watched majority of the Fleet Commander game. The graphics, everything were good. Sunday's match, the one I watched on CBS Sports, whoever's running the cameras in that one needed a little education. There was something wrong there. The other games I watched were filmed quality-wise. There was plenty of people in the stands, by the way, at the San Antonio game. The Birmingham game was the one I'm referring to where they needed some help with the
Birmingham,
cameras.
Memphis.
Not a lot of people in the stands, but it was, by their standards, cold.
Yeah.
So.
Well, remember we talked on Friday to Dylan, and he's like, it's cold down here. It's 30 degrees. 38 degrees, I believe he said. And he's like, this is cold down here.
Yeah.
So, but they played in Birmingham, so I don't know how cold it was down there. That's when we talked to him in Memphis. He was in Memphis. They were flying down there. But that's the one out of the 4 games, that's the one that had probably the least attendance. Everybody was...
Yeah, everybody else, yeah. The Hot Shots game had good attendance.
Mm-hmm. San Antonio had like over 30,000.
Yep, 35.
Yeah.
It's great. They filled the stadium. And the Hot Shots look good, Serge. Yeah, the uniforms look great.
They sure did, T-Roy.
I'll tell you what. I mean...
I wasn't really surprised. Did take 2 off the Hassel Streak bet there, too.
You got them both?
Oh, yeah.
See, look at that.
I was worried for you because of the over-under because...
Boy, you should have known by now. Wheezy does it. Oh. Serge isn't Wheezy.
You're right, though. 6 weeks for an offense to click isn't really something that... In actually, the Orlando game took a while for them to get going, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, most of the games were 0-0 coming out of the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But, that being said, it you guys, it's new. There's going to not every week's going to be the same, we know. Let this thing play out. This is great. This has full NFL support, you can tell. Now, what it doesn't have full support of or from...
That's a nice teaser, T-Roy.
...is Jay.
Teaser T-Roy over here.
Yeah, I'm almost getting this radio thing down.
Yeah.
Can I say this out loud without us getting in trouble?
Yeah, go ahead, because we're going to talk.
All right, because I guess we can,
about
because
this after the next commercial break, we're going to talk a lot about this.
Is Mike Greenberg just an idiot? I think he's just an idiot. I know he went to Northwestern. I know if you graduated from Northwestern, you're supposed to be some smart kind of person, right? Is that the key here? Yeah. Am I following the right path? But for him to talk as unintelligently about the Alliance as he did, and he's on ESPN, and he's not just any Joe Schmo on ESPN. He's Mike frickin' Greenberg. Okay, he is he's Berman. He's a foundation of that channel.
They created an entire morning show around him.
Correct.
Okay. So yes.
And he can't look at a hit, one, and not realize it was not illegal. 2, it was not a blindside hit. And he can't even pronounce names correctly. It's a little different if the 3 of us can't say a name. All right, I'm not getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars to do this. Mm-hmm. I'm just like a dude off the street they gave a microphone to. All right. Sure. So in comparison, if anybody,
that's exactly what.
Well, exactly it is. I mean, and if everybody wants to criticize, I'll take the criticism. That's fine. Right. But I'm not getting paid a lot of money to do this. I'm just your average Joe. Anybody out there listening? I'm just like you, man. I just got lucky enough they shoved a mic in my face. But this guy is getting paid to do it, and he sounds like a bubbling moron.
The thing is, it was on Get Up this morning on ESPN, and I realize what our call letters are, everybody. So before you remind me,
yeah, we get it.
We get it. But
we also got KJOC on our call letters too.
Yeah, I I recorded it. I will play it later. What they said this morning on Get Up, and really, what this. First off, I spent a good portion yesterday before, I don't know, maybe 3 o'clock, the 3 o'clock kickoff, listening to sports radio yesterday, because I wanted to hear what people's insight was. And generally on Twitter, the Alliance.
Twitter was great.
Great. Okay, everyone's on board. This and that. But I listened. There was nothing on ESPN. Obviously, CBS Sports Network did a good job. I listened to something that I've never listened to before.
Your wife?
And I'll never listen.
bell.
And I'll never listen again.
Okay.
On Sirius Radio in our car, we have Barstool Sports.
All right.
So I had to drive. I had to come to the studio yesterday.
Oh,
Okay,
that's fine. That's fine. Talk to me.
so I drove. It's about 15-minute drive here, and I drove back. Now, keep this in mind. I get it. Don't hassle us. We're local, and our whole thing is to hassle us. And the Vance Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line. And I love coming in here on Tuesday and telling you about The Bachelor, or coming in on Thursday and telling you about the challenge, and people saying you need to talk to sports, you need to stick to sports, you need to stick to sports.
You know what you should do.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
can I tell you a story?
No, not right now. And I get it. But I don't know if people get it that there's other things going on in pop culture actually has crossed the line with sports. But Barstool, for an hour yesterday,
Talked about.
dick pics.
Oh, great.
Legitimately.
Quality
because
program.
it's Barstool Sports, right? They're talking about the...
About what?
listen to me. Hear me out. Because the CEO of Amazon is getting blackmailed by National Enquirer for having like semi-nude pictures that they have.
Yeah.
That's what they talked about for an hour. For a half hour, and then the next half hour, emojis that might have sexual nature to them. So anyway, I was listening to different sports.
The zucchini.
There you go. Yes,
It's an eggplant, but
exactly.
Whatevs. Yeah, it is an eggplant. You're right, sir.
So I was listening to it because I wanted to hear people's input on the Alliance. Okay, obviously, like I said, CBS Sports was they covered it. They talked about how, by the way, the game on Saturday night had better numbers than the NBA on ABC.
And that was the Fleet San Antonio
Yes,
game.
that was a Fleet San
Yeah,
Antonio.
the other game you couldn't find televised, or was it just
had
regional?
you had to streamline it.
Okay.
Remember I told you-
half of them are going to be on CBS, half of them are going
I
to
actually
be
have-
on
yeah.
available to stream.
Like next week,
Gotcha.
week, the game on Saturday afternoon will be on TNT, and the game at night will be on NFL Network. The game during the afternoon on Sunday, that'll be Orlando at San Antonio. That'll be on CBS Sports Network, which we all have on our DirecTV packages for taverns. And then the game also will be on NFL Network on Sunday night. So that'll be Atlanta at San Diego, which is going to be a snooze fest, unfortunately.
Hey.
Sorry.
Calm it down.
Like I said, I listened to a lot of it, and I do want to talk more about what ESPN is doing, actually what they're not doing for the Alliance, and it doesn't make any sense, and it's very uneducated.
Is it because that they're in bed with XFL?
A little bit of that, because they are in bed with Vince McMahon in a large way.
But their job is to report sports.
Yes, and they're not doing that. Not even on the app. We got a message on Facebook that said, like, hey, can you... I know
Can
you guys work...
post the scores?
Yeah, can
because you can't even find a scoreboard.
They've got Squatch.
Yeah.
Squatch. What was I saying?
Squash.
Squash. There you go.
Squash.
Now I'm all messed up with the
All
eggplant.
these other, he's talking about all
Yeah.
these other sports where you can find scores of,
but you
but
can't
you
find
couldn't
any
find
links.
AAF scores on ESPN.
All right, well, let's take a quick break.
Well, you
and
can't
come
be the
back.
worldwide leader if you're not talking about
Hey.
worldwide sports.
Let's
Right.
take a quick break and come back, and then I want to play what Greenberg was talking about this morning on Get Up. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, T. Roy.
What
This is always
if
fun.
I
This can only go well.
what if I want like a really good sandwich? Like, what should I do?
I would suggest not going to Facebook and saying who wants my lunch money and go.
I wouldn't do that.
No,
So you
I would
think I
suggest
should
not
just
doing
like
that.
grab that Locals Lovis guide,
That's what you should
click
do.
the sandwiches,
Yes.
and say I want some snacks? They probably have it somewhere in the table of contents,
T. Roy
right?
loves snacks.
I love me some snacks, dude.
You are a snack.
I am a snack. I might be a little bit more than a snack. I might be a snack and a biscuit.
You're a big old eggplant over there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love eggplant. If you cook it up right. But then what happens if I don't have a guide? I just use my phone, right, Bird?
Yeah.
What do I go to? Like, is it localslovis.com?
Yeah, Quad Cities.
Oh, man. And then you click on Quad Cities, right?
Yes.
And then you browse the favorites,
Yeah.
and they rank the most
Talk
popular
to
places.
Chopper today. Great guy.
Yeah?
Yes.
He's pretty cool, dude.
He might swing by the studio. Who knows?
Oh, man. Hey, speaking of that,
What's that?
We forgot to tell everybody.
Oh, Chopper's here.
And there's
We're talking
Chopper.
about
Look at
him.
that, right
on time.
Walks in during the live ad, man.
What a guy.
That's our
It's
guy,
like he
Chopper.
planned that. Chopper, what do you got there, buddy?
Main man from Local Love Us. What's up, Chopper?
Valentine's Day presents.
Oh, nice.
It's right around the corner.
That means locals do love us.
Look at this.
Let's go to this break. That's Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
Hey, this is Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Do it again, a little more heart. Attention is everything. Unfortunately, distractions are everywhere. Let QC Press bring focus to your fundraiser, team, or business. For over 40 years in the Quad Cities, QC Press brings awareness with t-shirts, signs, and banners, postcards, and brochures, all with full-color printing, all designed to cut through that interference. You can check out all their services at QCPress.com. They'll create what you need to unite your team and spread your message for your business, fun run, or fundraiser. QCPress.com. What do you need printed today?
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome. T-Roy, Jay-Bird, Surge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
Old Man Winter seems like he's here to stay. Do you have your vehicle protected? Line-X of the Quad Cities can help protect you from everything Mother Nature can throw at you. Floor liners, cargo liners, mud flaps, truck bed covers, protective coatings, rust proofing, and more. Whether you travel on-road, off-road, or off the grid, Line-X has got you covered. Don't buy your next vehicle without a stop at Line-X of the Quad Cities. Call Line-X today at 563-445-4639. Don't just protect it, Line-X it.
Hey, it's T-Roy from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We've got your chance to win tickets to see two-time Grammy-nominated blues rock guitarist Joe Bonamassa, Thursday, March 7th at the Adler Theater. You can win your pair every day while we talk sports on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local between noon and 2. You can also register to win a pair by entering on the ESPN 93.5 app. Don't miss the Guitar Rock Fan of the Year, Joe Bonamassa, at the Adler Theater Thursday, March 7th. Tickets now on sale through Ticketmaster or the Adler Theater box office. Listen to win from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local and ESPN 93.5.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
Every time my wife and I go to the mall, I end up wandering around while she shops with my credit card. Maybe I'll step into this arcade and check out their new virtual reality game. I think I'll try the virtual reality all-terrain vehicle ride.
Here's your goggles, sir.
Well, here we go. This new technology is kind of cool, but nothing beats hitting the rough terrain on a new or used ATV from Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic. With a real ATV, you can travel through the woods, over hills, in mud, or snow as you feel the wind in your hair. And right now, Brenny's has an incredible selection of ATVs to choose from, just in time for fall and winter riding. Well, that's enough virtual reality for me. I'm ready for the real thing.
Oh, there you are, Mark. Look at all this great stuff I bought.
Maybe they should have virtual reality shopping.
The ATV you're shopping for is at Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, State Street, Bettendorf, across from the Alcoa Arcade. Almost.
Now, back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
And we're back.
That's right. It's a glimmer in the dark. And we're back in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. Hey, we want to remind everybody right now, we do have a man running the phone lines, formerly known as the Marv Tender.
What do you mean formerly? He still is.
He's still Marv Tender, but now he's the Marv Tender / phone tender.
Phone tender.
Tending
I like
our
that.
phone. So Marv will be taking the phone calls today. He's screening you.
You can call in anytime you like, 391-3776 here.
It's 391 ESPN for all of you that don't habla.
I did get a text from one of our listeners, Jason, that the game tonight, the Bettendorf North Scott game, is 5 o'clock.
Yep.
No sophomore game. So they bumped
it up and no sophomore. Okay.
Yep. So That's so the impending storm. The
Did they name the storm, by the way?
They've got to be on like new letters, right? There's so many storms. They're through the alphabet.
They're on emojis now.
Well, once you pass Z, what do? Do they start
we're going
back?
down this route. We're going down the Barstool Sports route now. Now it's going to be
I'm
about
just saying,
emojis.
once you get past Z, does it have to be a double A? So is Aaron? Would be the next name in the storm?
I guess.
Oh, Marvin.
Interesting.
Marvin,
hey, you're on the air. ESPN 93.5. Who we got?
Oh, it's Dusty Rhodes, American Dream, if you will.
It's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes?
Yes, baby. I want to talk to you about some WWE if you got a second, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think about this Ronda Rousey, if you will?
Well, the Ronda Rousey thing is interesting because here's what I believe. I believe they brought her in to be the next Stone Cold. It didn't work out, and now Becky Lynch is making her version of the next Stone Cold.
Are we on the air right now, baby?
We are on the air right now, Dream.
Let me tell you about that Jezebel, if you will.
Okay.
I think Becky Lynch is going to get her at WrestleMania. What do you got to say about that, baby?
I think you might be onto something, Dream. I think Becky Lynch, but she's got to be cleared from waivers or whatever else because she's got a bum wheel, right?
Oh, I think it's just an angle, baby.
Oh, okay. Dream, you're the best. I wish
think the leg might be okay, baby, if you will.
Okay, so you think it's kind of like, hey, Dream, remember when the Four Horsemen broke your leg? And you
was a real boot. That was not a shoot boot. That was a real angle, a real boot, if you will.
That was a real thing that when the Four Horsemen broke your ankle?
When Tully Blanchard and on Anderson, if you will.
Put you on hard times, remember?
That was a real deal, baby. Me and Maggie TA, if you will.
Love Magnum. They put you on hard times.
What about Nikki? Nikita Koloff, baby.
Love Nikita Koloff. One of my favorites of all time, Dream. Yeah, so anyway, I do believe that Becky will... They got to put her over at some point. But I think Ronda is actually really good in the ring, to be honest with you. It's just right now her promo skills are not the best.
She's not bad, baby. She's not bad. But
Dream
she can't talk on the microphone like the Dream did.
She cannot spit like the Dream at all.
No, she is terrible on the... I just want Charles Barkley, if you will. She is terrible on the mic, I said.
She needs some work, Dream. If only you could help her out. I think if they would have put her down in the NXT with you for a little bit, she could have...
She'd have taken my promo class. She'd be spitting out 5-minute promos on Raw, baby. Selling them pay-per-views, if you will.
Selling them, putting butts in seats, Dream. That's what it's all about, right?
What about Dustin Rhodes, if you will? Gold Dust. What do you got to say about Gold Dust?
I heard that they gave him his release, and he's free to go over to the AEW. Is that right?
That is right, baby. They took his innocence in WWE and paid him back in scorn, if you will.
They took his innocence?
That's one of my favorite promos I did, baby.
Yeah, I do think it's a good thing, and yeah, I think the whole Dustin and Cody thing was kind of like the demise anyway. They should have just let them battle it out at WrestleMania at one point, and I think that's kind of and it's good for WWE letting him go. They're not letting anybody else go, but they let him go.
What about Cody, baby? Cody's doing good at AEW.
What do you think about the AEW, Dream?
Oh, Dream wants to see these Lucha Libre bros, you know what I'm saying? Lucha Libre bros, the Pentagon and the Phoenix.
It's an interesting thing because you have a spin-off of something that's so popular like the WWE, and it's their own startup, which is kind of like what we're talking about with the Alliance as well. But what do you think about the AEW? Do you think it's going to be built to last?
That's a story that will be unfolded and being told. That is something that the Dream does not want to speculate on. Because it's near and dear to my heart with my son, my flesh and blood, if you will, Cody, is the executive vice president, along with them young bucks and that Mo Omega, Kenny Omega.
Dream, I got to tell you something, Dream. You're the best. I mean, just the...
You got to keep calling in, Dream.
The smile on my face, it will not go away for a long time. This was...
I'm not the best, but I'm in the top 2, baby.
All right, Dream. I'm going to let you go, but I truly want to tell you how much I love you. And thank you so much for calling in. And please...
I'll call you back another time, baby.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dream. How do you follow that up?
I don't know.
How do you follow
Barbara,
that up?
you're going to have to get over there and start manning those lines, dude. That was Dusty Rhodes, baby. I missed it. You missed it. You could have talked to Dusty Rhodes.
That was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Makes me not so mad at Mike Greenberg.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh, I'm sure we know who that was in some way, shape, or form, or maybe we don't. But either way, it was hilarious.
It was great. That was fantastic, and I can't wait till the Dream calls in again.
Yeah,
that was so much. All right, so you want me to play this?
Yeah, play this.
Have you heard this yet, Serge?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right, let me play this for you guys. Get ready to hear something else.
Oh, Serge, you're gonna throw up in your mouth.
Yeah, I love that contact. First of all 32 NFL owners. There's a reason why this is.
That's it, but I want to start from the very beginning. All right.
Okay.
There's one thing I want to show in case you didn't see it, and it's
turn the volume up on your phone.
That was a hit from the Alliance of American Football, which made its debut on Saturday. In one of the games here, that's Sean Washington, the linebacker, hitting a quarterback named Mike Berkovici right in the helmet. No flag is thrown. And the media reaction that I saw in so many places, including themselves, the league themselves, was, look how great this is. This is legal here. And sort of comparing it to the National Football League, where that sort of play used to be commonplace, and it was the kind of thing that we'd all get excited about, and it doesn't look the same anymore. What do you make of, for lack of a better word, glorifying that play?
I hate it. You know, listen, I guess the macho of me, like old school football player, is like, oh yeah, I love that concept.
The machis.
First of all 32 NFL owners hate that. There's a reason why this is one of the most exciting NFL seasons in a long time. That the draw, the ratings were up. Quarterbacks were kept healthy. One of the reasons quarterbacks are kept healthy because we don't allow hits like that in the NFL anymore. And so I don't really understand that. Football in the NFL a couple years ago was somewhat an epidemic because of the health of the players. Really, moms and dads allowing their kids to watch football and not see hits like this, constantly on these quarterbacks and the threat of the concussion on the head. So the NFL did a great job of removing that from the game. And that has brought moms and dads back into allowing their kids to watch football, to partake in football. And the game is as healthy as it's ever been. It's as popular as ever been. So
who the hell's that?
I appreciate the AAF. I just don't believe that having something as the calling card of your league, at least in week 1, which was the detriment to the NFL a couple years ago.
I'm sensing Jay Williams leaning into the shot from my right here, so I don't know if we have a camera for him or not. But
all I'm saying as a parent, if that's football, I don't want my kids.
Exactly.
Right.
I want my kids having nothing to do with football if that's considered football.
Yeah, but if you watch the NFL this year,
that's different.
Totally different feeling, and that is the main reason why they made those rules changes. Player safety, sure. It was for moms and dads to let Timmy and Tommy, who are 8, 9, 10 years old, still be able to play football, still comfortable with. Yeah, I feel my kid's going to be safe enough. I feel like he's going to be an adult that I can recognize and have a relationship with 40, 45 years old.
We become conditioned by seeing things, and all of a sudden they look different. Like that play just looks different as you see it than it looked when we used to watch it all of the time. The reality is pro football was a sport that used to sell you violence. It was organized violence. Those days are behind us now. So I appreciate the notion that some people think they miss that stuff, but it's not coming back to the NFL. And if that's what you're going to base this league on, I think they're going to have a very hard time succeeding. Yeah. I'm not suggesting that's what their plan is. I'm saying that was the one thing that got by far the most attention this weekend. SportsCenter tonight, 6 Eastern after PTI with Kevin and Keith.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
First of all, that's not what got the most attention. That's what they're giving the most attention to.
It did get a lot of attention.
Okay, but
it's going to be the statement that's going to carry people into week 2, by the way.
It was not an illegal hit.
I agree.
Where do you want to start with this?
He was
facing the legality of the hit.
He was facing the guy that was coming at him.
It was not blindsided?
And his eyes, so
he wasn't blindsided.
He was like this. He was looking this way.
He was facing him.
Yeah, technically he was. Yeah, it was not the blind side. Technically, all right. And as the guy hit him, he hit him in the chest with his helmet, which you're supposed to do, correct?
And then lift with your head.
And lift with he hit him legally. Now, by NFL rules, was that one of the ones where he forced him to the ground with his weight? Okay, that was a force to the ground with your weight, which, by the way, they quit calling at the end of the year last year in the NFL. All right, but it was just the sheer force of him getting hit is what knocked the helmet off. It had nothing to do with head-to-head. Okay? By the way, his head never hit the ground. His head never hit the ground after his helmet came off. He got right up. Like, it didn't even faze him. Yeah, it was a vicious...
He got right up. You want
it
to know
was
what?
A vicious hit.
Want to know what? Something about football? It's a physical, violent sport.
You're wearing pads.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you very much,
He
T-Roy.
got right up.
You're wearing pads. You're supposed to get hit like that.
Let's start from
you
the
want
very...
to not get hit like that, take off the pads.
Let's
go
start
back
from
to
the very
the
beginning.
olden days.
The very beginning, okay? First off, we can break this down slowly. He doesn't know the name of the quarterback. They're not giving this any attention because it's not a NFL. They don't even realize what the alliance is. They didn't write something up till Saturday morning on ESPN.com.
One of our listeners here, I'm so distraught at that whole bit there. One of our listeners even wrote that ESPN wrote something about, like, there were tweets about them being sad football was over. From ESPN.
Dude, they're trying to poo-poo all over this, and it seems to me like the NFL is endorsing this.
Right.
I mean,
it's on the NFL Network. Yeah, do you think?
Yeah.
They have no clue what they're doing. What they're doing is they're trying to water down something that isn't them, that they're not involved in. This is the equivalent of someone posting, I don't know, what your two girls or whatever else on Facebook, posting pictures, what they travel together, they do whatever else, you like everything they do, and then all of a sudden they do something with another girl, and it's not you, and you refuse to like their photo or comment on it or whatever else. That's what they're doing. They're acting like it doesn't even happen. And how dare you say it? By the way, Jay Williams, I really don't want to hear that you don't want your kids to see that, or you don't want your kids to be part of it, because now I don't want my kid to ride a motorcycle. I was just going to say,
I don't want my kid to get drafted by the Bulls to ride a motorcycle like you moron.
So I have a buddy of mine that can't swim. Want to know what he does?
He doesn't swim.
He stays out at the frickin' pool.
Yeah, usually helps. Or wear a floaty.
This is really, really bad on ESPN.
ESPN's the worst.
They're making the NFL.
Let's go to war with them.
Look like they're so worldly.
As we're looking at the four letters in front of us.
Just teasing.
It's a physical sport. I'm sorry. You said you have pads. You have protection.
Pads.
He wasn't blindsided. That's what bothered me was the word blindsided. Blindsided is the exact opposite.
And
his
if you were to go back to watch
is the one where his back is to the
I
guy
know.
and he doesn't have somebody to protect his blind side. Yes, I know he was looking downfield. We'll get rid of the ball sooner.
He was trying.
Okay? If I don't want to get dunked on, I'm not going to stand underneath the hoop over a guy that's 7 foot on me. I'm going to get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's too much.
Yeah, they are intentionally trying to
3 years ago, this sport was in danger, this league, until they made it better. All 32 owners came together and made it better.
This is something now.
That's why ratings are up.
And you know what? Ratings are up. Parents are letting their kids play football again. No, they're not.
Now, don't get me wrong. You don't want to see kids taking these kinds of hits, so they have different rules in play. They have different equipment at different age levels. You know, once you get this is a
Serge, it was a
professional
year
sport
ago
now.
that everybody was talking about their parents aren't letting their kids play.
Right.
Nothing's changed in a year,
Right.
dude. These guys think they know what parents are. I mean, I'd be surprised if any of those guys could father a child, especially Greenberg.
Eggplant.
This is gonna last. That's gonna last. Anyway,
I can't wait to teach T-Ray all the emojis.
I know.
Lunch has just got real.
Yeah, I know.
I really don't like Mike Greenberg now. He just annoys me. I mean, just to talk like that, just like to be so self-righteous all of a sudden.
It's actually embarrassing.
Right. It is. Like
Right.
it's just like it'd be like me coming on here and telling everybody, "Hey, you know, you guys are drinking a lot. I think people should stop drinking so much." Unreal.
It's embarrassing to say if that's the product they're going to put out. I don't know if this league's going to be around. To act like they are in
That's what I'm
complete
saying,
competition
Jay.
with the NFL means you have not done zero amount of research, whatever, on the alliance.
If you were that player, was Alexander?
They made their living off of us showing these violent hits in the past.
Sean
you
Alexander
guys.
that put the hit on the quarterback.
I believe so. Yeah.
If you're Alexander, do you do that play any differently?
No.
That was textbook.
Serge, that
was
play
textbook.
play could have happened in the NFL this year.
Want to know what? if you're the quarterback in that situation,
might have been flagged.
Yeah,
don't know.
It hurts. It doesn't feel good to get popped like that. But you know what?
Who knows? If it had been the refs from the New Orleans Saints game, maybe they wouldn't have thrown the flag on that one. Who knows? But all I'm saying is, or if it would have been a backup quarterback. If that was Tom Brady, there's 4 flags thrown. But anyway.
Yeah, at least.
But what I'm getting at is, they made a living, and they still do, off showing replays of big hits. They still do. And there's still big hits, guys, in the NFL. They're acting like we have no big hits anymore in the NFL. I mean, none.
It's safer now, T-Roy.
Okay.
Oh, and now Terry and Tommy can play football again, T-Roy.
Yeah.
You want to know what was dangerous? That commercial that they had during halftime of the Super Bowl, where all those guys were hitting each other without pads on. That was dangerous. Those guys could have gotten hurt.
Yeah, someone fell through a table.
I don't want kids seeing that.
I saw somebody get stabbed with a trident.
I saw that. You might want to lay low for a while.
It really escalated quickly.
Your bed kept your head on a swivel.
You had Ed Reed hiding behind a table coming up and smoking somebody.
Let's take a quick break and come back to this, because I don't want to stop talking about this, because I do believe this is a matter of this is irresponsible journalism.
We're fired up, Marv Tender.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break. Remember, the phone lines are always open, 391-3776.
Yeah, you got to give Marvin a job.
If Randy Macho Man Savage wants to call in, that would be fantastic, too.
All right. Front Street Brewery, the oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa, is nestled beautifully along the bank of the mighty Mississippi. Served the fine community of Davenport since 1992, and they have a bunch of great beers, such as their Davenport Gold, a satisfying American ale, the Wise Guy, their take on an instantly recognizable German wheat, or the Raging River, an English-inspired American IPA. You can check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Also visit their webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. We're calling all bars and restaurants to get a hold of your local distributor, and make sure you put some of that Front Street Brewery on your tap lines or in your coolers today. That's Front Street Brewery, 208 East River Drive, or the tap room in the Freight House Complex. And I don't know what Serge is doing.
I give a rat's ass about Twitter.
Hey, this is Dorf with Dancing with the QC Stars. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us for Local on ESPN Radio 93.5.
Get your maximum refund and your taxes prepared for half the price with AmeriFile.
I'm Christy, a single mom from Bettendorf. I got tired of paying $250 at H&R Block, so I went to AmeriFile. As advertised, they did my taxes for far less than half the price.
AmeriFile Tax Centers has the best tax prep deal in town. Taxes prepared for half the price of the other guys, and you get free Rudy's Tacos, free Whitey's, or free Hungry Hobo. Go to AmeriFile.com or call AmeriFile to schedule your tax appointment today and save.
Make locally owned AmeriFile your tax place. Tax reform starts now with AmeriFile in Moline and Davenport. AmeriFile, your tax reform experts, prepare your taxes to get you what could be the biggest tax refunds in history. Locally owned AmeriFile has the best tax prep deal in town. Your taxes prepared for half the price with free Rudy's, Whitey's, or Hungry Hobo. Go to AmeriFile.com for a 30% off coupon today, or call AmeriFile at 762-8087.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
Every time my wife and I go to the mall, I end up wandering around while she shops with my credit card. Maybe I'll step into this arcade and check out their new virtual reality game. I think I'll try the virtual reality all-terrain vehicle ride.
Here's your goggles, sir.
Well, here we go. This new technology is kind of cool, but nothing beats hitting the rough terrain on a new or used ATV from Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic. With a real ATV, you can travel through the woods, over hills, in mud, or snow as you feel the wind in your hair. And right now, Brenny's has an incredible selection of ATVs to choose from, just in time for fall and winter riding. Well, that's enough virtual reality for me. I'm ready for the real thing.
Oh, there you are, Mark. Look at all this great stuff I bought.
Maybe they should have virtual reality shopping.
The ATV you're shopping for is at Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, State Street, Bettendorf, across from the Alcoa Arcade. Almost.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids, healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60, because great things happen when we live united.
Donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes,
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, J-Bird, Serge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5. Now, back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5. Woo!
That's right, we're back in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. That's his Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 93.5.
That was great.
Thanks.
Yeah, so talking about the Alliance, which is kind of weird that they're talking about that hit, but then ESPN E60 runs a special on Sunday morning with Bob Costas and talks about how NBC and Bob Costas kind of went their opposite ways. Okay, because Bob Costas was very vocal about CTE, concussions, and the violence of the sport, to the point where he got
silenced.
Yes, he was taken off the Super Bowl,
censored, if you will,
and by NBC. And he makes a good point. He's like, it's really crazy when the buyer has to please the seller. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
correct.
They're buying the rights to the Super Bowl for billions of dollars, and they still are saying to the seller. How he said it was, it's almost like you have to say to the seller, what type of denomination do you want this in? And is this okay that what we're paying you with? He said it's a very crazy thing. So anyway, he's very vocal about the violence of the NFL and CTE and whatnot. And he's taken off of the Super Bowl. And then he says, he comes up with an agreement because he doesn't want it to come out like, I was taken off the Super Bowl. Let's do this the right way. You've got a 6-hour Super Bowl preview show. Let's have a sit down with Goodell. And NBC says, not a bad idea. Goodell says no. Says no. Not going to do it.
Because he didn't want to answer any questions.
Didn't want to answer any questions. So it's weird that ESPN now today, they have this thing saying about this hit.
That's why Goodell's a coward.
But I'm just saying.
He's a coward.
And I know you can't, not one person is going to be in control of everything they air and what segment and whatnot. Because they're talking about, they're bringing up the whole concussion thing, but they sell, again, we just talked about it last segment. They are selling this. They want these hits. I mean, that's really what we want to hear. People watch NASCAR for the wrecks, right?
Yeah, I mean,
and you're watching this. You're not going, oh my goodness, that was.
Watch hockey for the fights.
Yes. Anyway, Costas, I mean, he was taken off the show, taken off the Super Bowl. They went their mutual ways. He's very vocal about it. The NFL doesn't want to be. This goes all the way back. Bowie and I were talking about this yesterday. This goes all the way back to like when Bill Simmons was working for ESPN, and he was critical of Goodell and how he handled CTE, and then they suspended him for 3 weeks. Again, not a big deal that much, but Stephen A. Smith within the same month talked about how maybe when domestic violence, maybe you need to. He actually said maybe you need to look into the victim, not their story first before you start reporting it like it happens. Like it's almost like maybe she deserved it type of thing. He didn't get suspended. It's very weird how you.
Oh, he also, by the way, thinks that the guy from Ohio State
is more of a runner than a passer, and he broke records for Ohio State passing. Yes,
he's a complete moron.
He's not a football guy. Don't give him, again.
I don't care what he is, Jay.
I'm just saying
that's just stupid.
Someone's writing some things down from. I'm not taking anything away from Stephen A. That man can go from 5 a.m. to midnight. It's crazy how he works. That much he works. Someone's got to be writing stuff down.
Well, they quit working so much where you say something that's. Come on, I can't even draw a correlation here. I can't be that dumb.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't sit here and say things about NASCAR that I don't know. Like, man, that Jeff Gordon, he should be favored this weekend. I think he's retired.
I think he is too.
All right. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here trying to make up. If I don't know about NASCAR, I say I don't know. Or if I don't know something about whatever. It's not that hard to know that the guy's not a runner. It's really not that. That's not, and it's just unreal.
I mean, I don't follow Ohio State very much, and I said, like, in the third week of the season to Kakert, I'm like, you better watch Haskins. He might be up there for the Heisman.
Right.
When he was saying it's a runaway, it's going to be Tua, and I said to Kakert then, I'm like, I don't know, man. And again, I don't follow Ohio State week in, week out, but I know that he can throw a ball.
Right now, in a lot of the mock draft boards, he's the first quarterback off the board, going to the Giants.
It's in the second hour. We have to do our week 2 guess the lines of the Alliance.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I have the schedule for you. But again, I think it was a win for the Alliance this weekend. I really do.
Listen, for that Saturday night game to score higher than the NBA, you guys, that's huge. And granted, I know a lot of people out there saying the XFL put up better numbers.
They did.
That's fine. I would rather not hit the high loss of the XFL, which crashed terribly. Because if you think about it, they hyped it, correct?
Crash and burn, Mav?
Yep, but they hyped it beyond belief.
They did. They started doing commercials of the Olympics.
Right.
During the Olympics.
This did not get that kind of hype. Still produced these kind of numbers. It's realistic. Those are realistic numbers that you can follow up on too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You haven't set the bar so high that you can never get there again. So I think let's just see what happens. See how the play continues to go. I mean, offenses start clicking more. I think we'll see more of some shootouts, which is going to be nice.
I would like, if we have anybody to call in, 391-3776, someone who was skeptical, and I want to know how they going into the weekend. You're fine, Marv. But I'm going to see if anyone, either they like it or they don't like it. I don't care. I'm not going to. You have your opinion, and that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out, like, if someone was on the fence, what they took from it, whether they liked it or they didn't. Obviously, we went in full bore, and I was all in on it, and I thought it was great. Memphis was a little disappointing, I would say, but Orlando was the ball coach has got it at 72. He's still coaching his butt off. And I tell you what wasn't a win, though?
What?
Your guys' Alliance fantasy team. That was not a win.
Well, Jay.
Yes.
I was going off the information I was given.
Okay, what were you given?
Well, a bunch of garbage, because the guys I drafted, not from the website, the guys I was drafted from people we interviewed were the only 2 guys that performed for me at all. And one got injured.
Okay.
He dropped a touchdown pass.
All right. So you did not have a good Alliance fantasy.
Luis Perez was it.
All right. So we've been bagging on ESPN a little bit for not covering the AF, having scores, having access to anything else. The reporters mispronouncing names. AAF.com. If you click on stats for any of the games, the first thing that they do for team stats, the first category is kickoffs.
All right.
They don't have kickoffs.
Okay, let's do this.
Come on.
The Alliance, for them to say they're going to under promise and overproduce, as far as the website goes and the app goes, it is lacking. The fact that you can't have box scores right now. If we were to put together if we were to do our fantasy scores, which we have to do by hand, you can't really find a box score. It's hard to do. They're lacking there. The app itself that you can predict the plays and get points for it is about 30 seconds ahead of television, because all the players are chipped.
Right.
So you get to see where they move on the app and everything else, like how the play goes, even when they run off the field and on the field. But it is about 30 seconds ahead of what you're watching on television. I'm not saying the Alliance is not really doing a great job as far as the social media. I mean, social media, they're fine. I'm talking about like a web and whatnot, an app. It is the number 4 sports-related app that was downloaded over the weekend, by the way. Within 24 hours, it got downloaded a buttload, but it is lacking in certain things. It wouldn't even work for me. My brother texted me. He's like, oh, it's about 30 seconds behind. I was like, it doesn't even work. I don't know what to tell you. But there are some things that they need to work on.
I still had the highest scoring single player out of our matchup. It was my quarterback.
How did Perez do?
He had 11.26 points. Hold on.
I actually thought he would be the story of the weekend outside of that hit. I thought
somehow
Perez,
you started the same kicker twice.
I don't know how that happens, but the website it's the only one that we found.
All right, Luis Perez, 252 passing yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 12 rushing yards for 11.28 fantasy points. I'll take it.
He's the guy that I thought was going to be the story coming out of this weekend.
Well, I think he probably had the most passing yards of anybody. 252. It's pretty well up there. I don't know.
And eventually, they're going to jump on the story. The fact that he didn't play in high school, taught himself the mechanics by watching YouTube, went to junior college, was 11 out of 11 quarterbacks. Based on transfers, injuries, and players quitting, became the number one player. And then he won the Division II version of the Heisman last year, or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke record books for what at the school he was at. I thought that was going to be the story. That's going to be the story that's going to turn into the Kurt Warner.
Right.
Again, I don't know. The other thing is this: I kept making the mistake an hour till kickoff. There's no kickoffs. So what is it? Is it first touch, first snap? What do we call it?
Game time.
Huh?
Game time.
Hour until coin flip. They still flip a coin.
They do flip a coin, yeah. Hour till game time. Not first snap. We got to come up with something witty. First snap. First touch.
Hour till alliance. An hour till we ally. So you don't like that one?
No. On that, no, we're going to take a break. That's a fart noise. Do we have an emoji for a fart noise?
I don't know.
Little cloud.
Why don't you stick an eggplant up your butt?
Hey, read a promo.
Do you want the latest in TV and security technology but don't know where to start? Call Done Right TV and Security Solutions, your Dish Premier local retailer, and get started today. They'll take the guesswork out of choosing and with the latest smart home technology with your budget in mind. Dish has been a leader in technology for years. The Hopper Smart HD DVR interacts with your smart speaker to change channels, pause, and fast forward with just the sound of your voice. Sign up today and receive a Nest doorbell system free, courtesy of Done Right. Call 866-84-RIGHT today and let Done Right provide local professional installation with personal service that is trusted by thousands of homeowners and businesses in the Quad Cities. Requires an internet-connected Hopper and restrictions do apply. That's Done Right TV and Security, 866-84-RIGHT.
This is Randall, the QC hot dog guy. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
Every time my wife and I go to the mall, I end up wandering around while she shops with my credit card. Maybe I'll step into this arcade and check out their new virtual reality game. I think I'll try the virtual reality all-terrain vehicle ride.
Here's your goggles, sir.
Well, here we go. This new technology is kind of cool, but nothing beats hitting the rough terrain on a new or used ATV from Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic. With a real ATV, you can travel through the woods, over hills, in mud, or snow as you feel the wind in your hair. And right now, Brenny's has an incredible selection of ATVs to choose from, just in time for fall and winter riding. Well, that's enough virtual reality for me. I'm ready for the real thing.
Oh, there you are, Mark. Look at all this great stuff I bought.
Maybe they should have virtual reality shopping.
The ATV you're shopping for is at Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, State Street, Bettendorf, across from the Alcoa Arcade. Almost.
Get big savings during Menards President's Day sale. Valvoline Premium Conventional Motor Oil protects against all types of deposits at all temperatures to keep engines clean. It's specifically formulated to optimize the life of the engine. Right now, Valvoline Premium Conventional Motor Oil is just $3.29 a quart. Find this and other great deals through February 18th. Now during Menards President's Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
1,000 coaster pucks drop on Saturday night as your hockey team, the Quad City Storm, hosts the Birmingham Bulls at 7:10. It's hard-hitting hockey action at the TaxSlayer Center, with the first 1,000 fans receiving a coaster puck sponsored by One Step, your Quad City printer. Purchase your game tickets today on the Storm website, where $5 to $8 of each ticket will be donated directly to our Quad Cities YMCAs. Look under special ticket offers once you visit the Storm's website. After the game, take your collector coaster puck to any Quad City YMCA location. They'll waive your joining fee just by showing them your puck. It's that easy. And it's this Saturday night. The Storm and the Bulls, 7:10 face-off. Get your tickets today on the Storm website. Sponsored by One Step, helping Quad City businesses look good every day.
Hey, it's T-Roy from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We've got your chance to win tickets to see two-time Grammy-nominated blues rock guitarist Joe Bonamassa, Thursday, March 7th at the Adler Theater. You can win your pair every day while we talk sports on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local between noon and 2. You can also register to win a pair by entering on the ESPN 93.5 app. Don't miss the Guitar Rock Fin of the Year, Joe Bonamassa, at the Adler Theater Thursday, March 7th. Tickets now on sale through Ticketmaster or the Adler Theater box office. Listen to win from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local and ESPN 93.5.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
In the age of chimpanzees, Marvin was a monkey. We're back here in the Hassle Palace, blah, blah, blah. Brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 93.5.
Feel free to give us a call, 391-3776. Continue to leave comments on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line. I want to remind everybody to download our app. You can listen to us there. You can also listen to us on terrestrial radio if they don't silence us. We got a message that the radio went silent at some point when we were kind of being critical of ESPN. So listen to us there.
Please tell me it didn't.
ESPN, it did. ESPN935.com. Click the upper right corner. Listen now as well.
Hey, did you guys see that big Iowa Hawkeye comeback win?
I liked it better.
Actually, I did.
Man, let's talk about that.
I did talk about it earlier. If people were listening,
people are saying
I said that Jordan Bohannon would be called Sparky.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, that's your nickname, James.
No,
I'm sorry.
it's not my nickname.
Calm it down, Sparky.
It's not my nickname.
All right. Anyway, yeah.
Big comeback. Big shot.
And
clutch.
you know, and this gets me, like, I like to follow, like, Rosso's at the game or Kakert's at the game. I like to follow what they're saying when they're at the game, watching it live from the stadium, so they have a feel of what's going on. They can see what's happening. And I know Rosso tweeted out, some people had started to leave, but Hawkeyes started making the comeback, and they had somebody had a nice interview, and I think he just maybe retweeted it. Nice interview with Cook after the game, and Bohannon, man, last two games, just this kid is proving his leadership.
People were leaving.
Yeah, there was people walking. But that is what it is. I mean, you have that element of a crowd that down 15 with 8 minutes to go, I believe.
It's cold out.
10 minutes to go. Whatever the time frame was. But yeah. Either way, yeah. You got to be proud of these Hawkeyes. The 4 seed is still not a foregone conclusion, but it's there. It's available. It's possible. I know there's a lot of people out there saying that we're dreaming if we think it's going to happen, but if you can pull off a win in Wisconsin, I think it's there, don't you, Jay?
I do, and like I said, it makes me, again, it's not a guarantee that they're going to be in Des Moines, but it makes me excited at the possibility that they're there, that they get set there. But overall, like I said, we need to go to Des Moines. We got to go up there, and we also have to make plans to go up there for state basketball as well. We need to do a live show like we did for state football.
Absolutely.
Not going to be able to make state wrestling. There's too much going on. Friday we have our pool.
Right.
The shoot and stick with the tweens, the teenagers. So that'll be semifinals for that in state. And then actually I have to go to Monticello on Saturday. They've got indoor softball.
Well, look at that.
Yeah. So, but no, we need to get up to Des Moines for that. I think. Again, like we said, and people are saying that we didn't talk about it. This team is endearing. This is.
Well, you couldn't figure it out by Twitter.
Okay.
Because this is like I'd like to watch and follow what Kakert and Rosso say. All right, they're there. They're at the actual game. They're giving you some insight, saying, "Oh, the Hawks don't look good. This is going on." And obviously, I follow a ton of our casual fans out there that or watching the game on TV. And it's just like, and I'm not going to name anybody by names, but it's just like sometimes it is tough to be on Twitter during these games. Because it's like everybody is just like literally ready to give up, man. Like, that's it. Like, I mean, the comments are arranged from I give up, I'm not watching, to what is this crap? They can't hit and they can't play defense ever. And it's like, good Lord, man. Just watch a game and just watch a game and stay off Twitter in a way. You know, like I'm on Twitter because at the time I couldn't watch the first half. So I just wanted to get on to see what the score was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, guys, can't you just watch a game without giving everybody your every 5-second opinion on someone's missed dribble or whatever? It just, I don't know. Twitter to me, I'm ready to be done with it again, Jay.
No.
Yeah, I'm ready to be done with it. And when I sign off, it's going to be a big F you to everybody.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
doing it.
No, Twitter's no different than Facebook, and you're not on Facebook.
Yeah,
Twitter's
Facebook
no different.
sucks.
No different.
That Zuckerberg is a GD crook, Jay.
We are actually on Facebook Live right now, too. Right?
I don't care. Well, I paid $20 to be on Facebook Live, so Zuckerberg can kiss my butt. Him and Mike Greenberg.
That'd be a peach, yeah, emoji. I was waiting for that.
There you go. He can. I better not say it.
Yep. All right.
It's no different than any social media. It's no different than if you do Snapchat, Instagram, or whatever else. Someone's got something to say, and it's okay. That's the world we live in.
I get it. Maybe I should just not look at it either.
Don't let it bother you.
Good point. I live in Bettendorf, Iowa. I have nothing to be unhappy about.
Yeah, I mean, I see the same thing, but the thing
I got to hang out with Marvin this morning at Costco. Nothing better.
I just don't get engaged with this stuff, with people's posts. I
got engaged once.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I just don't let it. I just let it, like water on a duck.
Right off your back?
Yeah.
Right off your butt?
Yeah. I don't care.
All right.
It's more like things that we're seeing right now that people are sending us. Those things get me fired up. Personally, if someone says something like, I don't care, if they can say whatever they want about us, I don't care. But
I could give a rat's ass about Twitter.
Very good. Very good. I love it.
Take that, Marv.
I wish that was fed up right away, but it wasn't. But here we go.
That's all right.
A rat's ass about Twitter. Criticism where? From where?
Outside. Noise.
From where?
Twitter, radio.
Yeah. Oh, I'd give a rat's ass about Twitter. It's a platform for people that are sitting home drawing an unemployment check, sitting in front of a keyboard.
I just love it. Because right away you just have this vision.
Yeah.
Unemployment check, keyboard, wife beater, pizza stains, underwear.
But it's okay. But what
zits on your legs.
What you're talking about, and this is and again, I think I had said this like, hey, call in 391-3776. Either you like it or you don't like it, the Alliance or Iowa basketball or whatnot. There's always going to be someone that's going to be negative, and that's just the way you are in life, and that's okay. That's the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
Lots of drums.
What might be right for you might not be right for some. It takes different strokes. It takes different strokes. It takes different strokes to rule the world. Listen, and if you're that negative person, and that's what
Gary Coleman.
That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Like we talked on Friday. How can you not like more football? But people are gonna be like, ugh. But they're uneducated. The guy who's getting paid millions of dollars doesn't understand.
If I didn't care about the Alliance, all I would just do is just not watch.
Well,
exactly.
There's nothing. It's not like it's like interrupting the Iowa basketball game. They're not going to do that. It's
Mookie,
on a different
Mookie
network.
was very
There's different
upset,
channels.
though. I had the game on. She didn't have a choice.
Okay.
I mean, she did have a choice. She could have gone and watched it on another TV.
But I'm not going to bag on something. There's no reason for it.
Here, guys, I'm not a huge golf fan.
Lefty.
Not a big fan.
I don't know how my boy Ches Reavy turned
Guess
out.
what's not on at my house on Sundays?
Golf.
It
was on at my house.
Guess what I don't do? I don't tweet about golf.
Why not?
Because I don't know what I'm talking about. Nor do I believe my opinion is that important that I need to let everyone know that I don't really care that much about golf. I don't understand. Did they suspend play yesterday? Because it was hailing. I saw that.
I think they did. I didn't. Once again, there was a time of the day where I was stuck watching things I don't like to watch.
No.
But it wasn't that bad. Hotel Transylvania 3 is pretty good.
Yeah. After the third time, it gets a little stale.
It's not bad. This one is pretty good.
Okay. Anyway.
I do not say blah, blah, blah.
I do not say, yeah, that's the only thing I know from Hotel Transylvania. But again, back to your point, T-Roy, don't let it bother you. Don't quit Twitter.
No, Jay.
No, T-Roy, don't do that. I just
want to hang out with Marvin all day, every day.
Well, you've got today.
I kidnapped him. Murney, you can find him later.
So it was an interesting night last night. We had the Gong Show karaoke at Pints during the Alliance game.
Yeah.
It was country theme.
Any good songs out there?
Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of good songs.
The bad ones?
Yeah. Mainly by me. But
what'd you sing?
Grundy County Auction.
Oh, you messed it up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I wish I would have been there. I would have helped you out, buddy.
I wish I was feeling like going out. I wanted to come out and do some country.
Mm-hmm. But
Gone country.
Anyway, how did your fantasy golf thing go?
I don't know what Ches Reavie finished. He was in the top 15, so I haven't seen an email from Rosso today. So let's see. I know he started out hot day one. He was -5 through for round 9. Sarge was tweeting at me, but anyway, yeah, he didn't finish in the top 5 or 10, but I think he was in the top 15. I think, but I'll have to go back and check the finals. I really didn't watch a lot of golf yesterday, like I said. Hotel Transylvania.
But yet you still didn't tweet about it.
No. No, I didn't.
What is it? What is your least favorite sport?
Hockey or NASCAR.
Serge?
Least favorite sport?
Least favorite.
I don't think I have one.
There's just not one where you're just like, nope.
I mean, I'm not a big NASCAR fan, but if it's on, it's still exciting to watch. Golf, sometimes I might not know anything that's going on.
Gambling makes everything fun. So when you get into like a pool for like Daytona, I'm in. I'm all in.
Call me sexist, but I don't really like women's basketball a whole lot.
That's a ding, ding, ding for me too.
So that's it. Only because
I like watching tennis.
You like watching tennis? You would.
I like tennis.
I think I knew that.
I'm not a big volleyball guy.
I love women's volleyball.
Volleyball's okay.
My daughter's in volleyball.
That changes things.
Yeah.
The only reason I said that I didn't like that about the women's basketball was because you talk about the first week of the Alliance being sloppy and no points being scored, or the Super Bowl being boring because it was only 13-3. It's a lot of times it's very sloppy. It's a lot of missed shots. It's a lot of
you better watch it, man. Vans Pizza Bub and Girl Facebook comment line. You're gonna get lit up.
Oh, I'm fine. Bring it on. I can take it.
They're people too,
but no, and that's fine.
Title IX's a real thing.
There's some awesome. I know more about the WNBA than most people in town.
You do, actually.
You do. So bring it on. But when I was watching college basketball, I think I told the story before. We were flipping through the channels the one time. There wasn't a whole lot going on in the sports world. And I saw a basketball game. It just happened to be women's basketball on the Big Ten Network. So these two teams were playing. And I was about to just keep on scrolling and go to the next, see what else there was on. And I noticed the score. The score was 4-2. I'm thinking the game had to have just started. I was wrong. It was almost halftime. The score was 4-2.
In a Big Ten game?
Big Ten game.
Ooh.
This is years ago, so I'm not even going to say the teams.
I'll tell you what, though,
really matter.
Megan Gustafson for the Hawkeyes, man. She's having a hell of a
Absolutely.
senior season.
Now we talk about, so
I heard
I'll go the other direction on this one. Our friend Oliver Ivory, his daughter Emily, playing at University of Missouri, Kansas City. She is exciting as can be to watch.
Go Roos.
Go Roos, because she drills threes.
She's 10 times the athlete her father is.
But she lights it up, so that's those are exciting games.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I could beat her in 101.
No, I think she'd take you.
She'd just sit outside and
agree to disagree.
She'd make it rain on you.
Mm-hmm.
I'd do the same.
Wrestlers can't shoot.
No, I just defense like this.
Oh, these wrestlers.
Agree to disagree. That's all. Let's take a quick break and let's do our first installment. Well, actually, it'll be our second, but week 2, Guess the Lines. And we got to do the over-under as well.
Every Monday at Van's Pizza Pub and Grill, you can get a large pizza and an appetizer for just $15.99.
That's a deal.
6 to 11, it sure is, Jay. And you can wash it down with $3 you call it.
Whoa!
Grab some bread nuggets. Try one of Van's specialty pizzas like the Iowa Farmhand, Jay. A pizza like no other with homemade farmhand sauce, diced pork tenderloin, yellow onions topped with diced pickles. Or try Jay Bird's favorite. What is it, Bird?
Yo, Adrian.
That's right. You can get any of these food items to go if you go to vanspizza.net to check out their menu, and then call Good to Go Quad Cities at 322-2220, or you can do the order online at goodtogoqc.com. Grab these specials and more fun at 3333 North Harrison Street, or check them out downtown at 217 Brady. That's Van's Pizza Pub and Grill. Come get served.
This is Adam Rosso from Hawkeye Headquarters, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Hey, it's T-Roy from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We've got your chance to win tickets to see two-time Grammy-nominated blues rock guitarist Joe Bonamassa, Thursday, March 7th at the Adler Theater. You can win your pair every day while we talk sports on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local between noon and 2. You can also register to win a pair by entering on the ESPN 93.5 app. Don't miss the Guitar Rock Fan of the Year, Joe Bonamassa, at the Adler Theater Thursday, March 7th. Tickets now on sale through Ticketmaster or the Adler Theater box office. Listen to win from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local and ESPN 93.5.
Renewal by Anderson.
I'm Sam Hare with Renewal by Anderson. The spring home show is on the way. It's time to start thinking about replacing those old, drafty, and hard-to-open windows with new, energy-efficient, and easy-to-clean windows from Renewal by Anderson. See our easy-to-clean and low-maintenance windows that'll also save you on energy. This year, you can register to win $20,000 in windows and doors. Through February, buy one window and get one 40% off. Plus, we have exclusive home show savings. And text the word HOUSE to 96714 for additional home show savings. Spring is a great time to start thinking about new windows on your home, and buying is easy with our special home show financing plans. Text the word HOUSE to 96714 for additional home show savings. Check out renewalbyanderson.com for details, or visit our showroom on 35th Street in Davenport.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay-Bird, Serge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
It's the hottest ticket in town. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop entertainment. It's Quad City Steamwheelers football. The IFL season kicks off Friday night, February 22nd against the San Diego Strike Force. Tickets start at only $10, so bring the entire family and meet the players after the game. Experience the excitement of professional indoor football. Call the Tax Slayer box office or visit SteamwheelerTickets.com. That's Friday night, February 22nd, the Steamwheelers versus San Diego, presented by Crawford Company.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Max Bond exterior flat paint and primer in one from Dutch Boy features a no prep, no prime formula for superior adhesion to previously painted surfaces. Just $32.02 a gallon after sale price and 11% off. Additional sizes and finishes are also on sale. Offer ends June 23rd. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Now, back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Time to play the game.
Hassle Palace, baby. Hey, Serge, can you find the lines for the Alliance for this week? Will you look it up for me?
The new ones?
Yeah, for week 2?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay. Brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 93.5. And our friend Chopper, if you were not listening earlier, brought in some chocolates. Yeah, from Locals Love Us, from a place called The Shameless Chocoholic.
Two locations.
2 locations. 101 South Cody Road in LeClaire and 1526 River Drive in Moline. Phone number for LeClaire, 563-289-1339. Moline, 309-524-4201. So we each have a chocolate. I think I have the Fireball.
I don't eat sweets.
Just take a bite, Jake. Quit being a big poo-poo
You know why I don't eat sweets?
Because you're too sweet already.
I just got accused of hating on the Hawkeyes.
Because why?
Well, they have a better record than Kansas. But like, what did I hate on them? Did I miss that part?
I don't know.
I said no. It's a great comeback.
Everybody take
win.
a
They
bite
did
of your
great
chocolate.
job.
Sergi, take a bite of your chocolate.
I will.
What does he have? Is it good?
Mine's a Fireball chocolate truffle.
Nice.
Very good. What's yours, Jay?
Oh, it's very sweet.
Was it Jack Daniels or is it the Baileys?
It's the Baileys. Let me tell you something.
Mudslide, yep.
I can't do this.
Serge, you got the Jack Daniels.
All right.
Well, don't eat the rest of it. I will.
What do you mean you can't do that, Jay? Like sweets?
I really don't like sweets, guys. I think this is great. Everybody who likes sweets, this place will be perfect for you. It is.
You give me all right, bud?
No. Anyway.
How can you not like sweets?
I told you I didn't want to do this.
Oh, bird. I ate hot sauce on the air. I don't want to hear it.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. I mean, if you like sweets, I mean, that is...
That's as good as it gets right there. Serge has that Jack Daniels.
It's very good. It's very rich.
Anyway.
Anyway, check them out. Friends of the show, the Shameless Chocoholic.
Anyway, before we went to break, we were talking about the Iowa basketball and the women's basketball as well. Gustafson, they're gonna retire her jersey like the day after the season ends, which is incredible.
Right.
She'll be All-American. She's fantastic. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. And I don't think you hate the Hawkeyes at all, Serge. I don't care what anyone's.
I'm actually impressed with them this year. There's a very likable team too.
Wheezy does it.
All right. Week 2.
All right, what are the games so I can guess?
Okay.
I don't want you just following my guesses either.
Let me find them.
You find them, I'll bring it up. Week 2 of the Alliance. Salt Lake at Birmingham.
Salt Lake at Birm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Birmingham was, going back to yesterday, the weekend's games, all the home teams won.
Okay, well, give me the games so I know what they all are.
Okay, Salt Lake at Birmingham on Saturday at 2.
Okay.
That'll be on TNT. The Hot Shots travel to Memphis.
Arizona at Memphis. All right.
And these are not divisional games. Not West. They're playing out of their divisions this week. Orlando at San Antonio.
Okay. Battle of the Unbeatens.
And Atlanta at San Diego.
Battle of the Unwinnings.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta at San Diego. All right. So what we need to guess is
guess the line.
Guess the line and over under.
Yes.
And I don't want you guess yours. Don't be doing your cheating and doing your I want to do the Price is Right crap on me again.
I'm not doing that.
All right. You got your lines already guessed.
I'll just do it off my head right now. I didn't write anything down.
All right.
Salt Lake at Birmingham.
All right.
Boy, oh boy.
I got a line on tickets.
Yeah, $20.
Yeah, $18.65.
Yeah. All right. All right, Birmingham. We're gonna give them they won 26-0 over Memphis. Salt Lake lost to Arizona 38-22. And you got to give Birmingham. Memphis didn't really look that good. I'm gonna give Birmingham -3.5. Nope, I'm changing it -2.5. Right now, I just changed it. -2.5.
You're giving Birmingham what?
Birmingham's gonna be favored -2.5.
And what are you doing for your over under?
That is going to be at a good solid 44.5.
All right, I'm giving Birmingham -4.
Okay.
And over under 36.5.
What?
Salt Lake only threw up 6 points.
No, Salt Lake put up 22 points. San Diego put up 6.
Oh.
Do you have a line at all, Serge?
I do not yet.
Okay, fine. We'll move on.
You guys keep going.
You write it down, T-Roy, okay?
All right,
Arizona
you
at
had
Memphis.
-2.5 and 44.
Arizona at Memphis.
I got Arizona -2.5.
Yeah.
And a 42.5 over under.
I got Arizona -5. On the road.
Okay.
-5. Good solid. 49 over under.
All right.
Ooh, that's high, buddy.
That's right. Memphis got to score. They can't put up 2 donuts in a row.
Did the only team not score?
Yeah, they're the only team not to score. All right.
Atlanta only scored 6.
Orlando at San Antonio. San Antonio was supposed to be a very, very good offense, and they only put up 15 points against San Diego.
San Diego has a very good defense.
Is that what you think?
I That's what I'm going with.
Is that what you think? Okay.
Hey, that's my expert belief. It's just as good as Greenberg going on there saying, this is despicable. I went to Northwestern. I didn't go to school to report on that's garbage.
Okay.
I'm Mike Greenberg. I used to be on Mike and Mike. I'm an important guy. I can smell my own farts. I'm Mike Greenberg.
All right, Orlando at San Antonio. I like Orlando on the road here. I'm going to do Orlando.
You like your Apollo.
I do. I'm going to do...
Dude, T-Roy, Apollo fans, they're the worst.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, we just have the best team in the Alliance.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
So you took Birmingham in the first one, correct?
Yeah, Birmingham -2.5.
Okay.
And then Arizona -4.
You took -5.
-5. And I like Orlando -6.5 at San Antonio in the Alamo Dome.
Orlando -6.5. And what do you got for points?
Oh, boy. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
53.
You're way off. It's going to be a low score. San Antonio has a great defense.
You may say that, but you have to
And
set
they're
a
at
line.
home. Yeah, but I will. The line's going to be 35, and San
That
Antonio...
is crazy line.
San Antonio -3.
Do you want to actually bet that?
I don't know.
The over-under?
We'll just see.
They put up 40 points, Orlando did, themselves.
Yeah, against a crappy team.
Don't say that about the Legends. You don't know that. It was week 1.
We'll find out week 2 when they're 0-2.
We just got done saying at the beginning of the show...
San Antonio might be...
Stop.
What?
We just got done saying at the beginning of the show that at 6 weeks, the offense really can't gel that much, and they put up 40 points.
Okay.
It's Steve Spurrier.
I don't care. He's going to get stopped. He hasn't faced the San Antonio defense. It's 6 sacks.
It's the sun and gun offense.
6 sacks, Jay.
Serge. That's what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
The sun and gun offense.
I bet. Jeez. Anyway, I got San Antonio favored in this. I
T-Roy.
heard you. Yeah, I heard it.
Hashtag take aim.
Hashtag throw up. All right.
35. That's what you're putting it at.
Mm-hmm.
You're so dumb.
You're dumb. All right. Next game.
Atlanta at San Diego.
All right. I'll take a first stab.
East Coast going to West Coast, T-Roy.
Not going to play. San Diego's defense is going to crush them here. San Diego -3, 32 over under.
I do like your -3 here. It's the home opener for San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll give them just a little bit more. I'll give them -4. And out of all of them, this is the one that's going to be, I'll put it at 42.5, the over under. Now, whenever Serge can find those lines and he can tell me I'm right, that would be great.
Man, I got lines on to win the championship.
That's pretty much your
Total
Arizona
wins.
hot shots are the big ones, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got lines on how fast I can eat this truffle?
Oh, boy.
You can do the truffle shuffle.
Look good.
Got a mouthful over there, huh?
We're going to do sit in your desk, Marvin.
All right. So that's our lines. And then, Serge, you won your Hassel bet.
I did.
Okay.
I had 2, so I get credit for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm up to 5. Just like that.
So we don't even have lines yet?
I don't know. He's trying to find them.
They're out there. They're at a couple different sites here. So what do you want me to do first?
So start at the top.
Yeah. Give me Salt Lake at Birmingham.
I meant, did you want me to do that, or do you want me to find a Hassel Streak bet?
No, Hassel Streak, we'll do that when we come back
Okay.
from break.
Okay.
Let's right now.
You guys just carry on here.
No. Did you find the lines or not?
No, not
Come
yet.
on, Stat Cat.
Oh, no, not yet. Fine. Fine, I'll get to work. No, that's cool. Just eat your truffles.
You know
Quit
what else?
hating on Iowa so much.
Hey, while
and
he's
do your
looking at-
job.
No, let's.
I'm getting tired of this.
Do your job.
Listen, continuing the whole thing, it feels like Monday is just and I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that, but it's almost to the point where it's so predictable to do things. On Thursday night, they had the NBA All-Star Draft, and I went out there on Twitter and wrote, "Oh boy, here comes reckless speculation about LeBron and how he picks his team and whatnot." And sure as can be,
oh yeah.
now we're going to talk about tampering. And Ernie Davis is the one. He's like, "Are you sure you want Anthony Davis on your team?" Or Ernie, he's like, "Yeah, I'm sure I want him on my team." And the Greek Freak said, like, "Oh, isn't that tampering?" He's like, "All-Star Weekend, there's no tampering." But no one would shut up about it. And now they're still talking about, Kyrie Irving. He number 2 overall. He took him number 2, Kyrie Irving. Now he's definitely gonna be a Laker now. It's between Davis and then this and then.
To be honest with you, I think I don't know. I like the NBA less now than I ever have in my entire life.
I mean, we're not talking.
And I used to love the NBA.
I can't believe
this before Jordan. I loved the NBA in the late '70s all through the 80s, all through the 90s. And the last 19 years, they've lost me. Like, literally. I actually loved the NBA in the 2000s. I loved watching that Sacramento team with Chris Webber. All right? There was teams I loved to watch. I mean, I loved the NBA. They lost me, man. And I think a lot of it is just the fact that you got a guy like LeBron who does this sort of thing, and then he leads up to what we're doing now, like this, his quote unquote tampering. I don't really care if he tampers or if he talks or not, but it's just like, I don't know. It doesn't bother me that he thinks he runs the league, but at the end of the day, it's like it just led to garbage teams. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's had to build these super teams to win now. And it's led to the other teams just being garbage. I don't know. I used to feel like every team had someone that was pretty good, and you could go back and name. You know, it just doesn't feel. It doesn't.
Nobody
feel the same.
wants to be the Patrick Ewing, the Dominique Wilkins, the Karl Malone, the Charles Barkley. Nobody wants to be the.
Nobody wants to be, but somebody has to be. Jay.
Nobody wants to be the.
Nobody wants to be Foghorn.
They were great, but they didn't win a title, so they're all going to join.
Nobody wants
teams.
to be Yosemite Sam, but you got to have one. All right, not everybody
no
can be
clue
Bugs
what
Bunny.
That means.
Yosemite Sam, he's always the villain, dude.
No clue what that means.
It's only one Bugs Bunny, bud.
I'm just saying that that's the thing. No one wants to go down as the Dan Marino. You know, great, but never got the ring, never got the ship.
Maybe that's part of the whole I get a medal every time I play movement. I don't know, but I'm sorry, someone has to lose.
But that's so. This is what you think, that you don't like the NBA because of this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it almost didn't. It didn't quite start with LeBron. I think it really started more with like.
It started with the decision.
No, I'm going to go back to. It started with the three that went to Boston.
Okay.
Garnett, Ray Allen.
That was a trade.
Okay, but I'm just saying that it started with that quote unquote super team, if you will.
Okay.
All right.
See, you could, being as big of a Bulls fan as I am, you can go back and say that about the Bulls picking up Rodman.
You could in a way, yeah. I mean, you're right, Serge. I mean, but Rodman was always
each team.
He was always a hired gun, though. The problem with
Right.
Rodman was he didn't. And if you remember correctly, Rodman had gone many places before that, and that whole Detroit team was a dream team, if you will.
Right.
I mean, there was. But Rodman, after he left Detroit, the knock on Rodman was no one could coach him. He couldn't play with anybody. He went to San Antonio, very talented team, which they should have, could have won with. All right, it wasn't like that team was garbage. The thing was, where can Rodman go and where can he be coached?
Right.
So that wasn't a guarantee. All right, and there was still plenty of good, talented teams. I just think like.
You could make an argument for having big threes and big duos in different cities and stuff like that. And the trade for Boston, I understand.
Duos.
The big thing with that trade for Boston is it looked bad because they had instant success.
I think
that's why that looked
maybe
that made
it
look
yes.
bad.
But my thing is that you always had your 1A and 1B player in the NBA.
Sure.
You always did. You always did, no matter what. Any of these championship teams that you can go back to throughout the 80s. 90s, and granted, yeah, there was a lot of 1A, 1Bs going on. It's just now you just think of it when LeBron and Dwayne Wade, like LeBron couldn't get over the hump.
Right.
And I think that was the biggest thing. I think that's where the knock all started. He couldn't get over the hump, so he had to find his 1B, and a 1C.
Right.
You know?
And it would have looked different if D Wade would have came to him versus him going to D Wade.
And he's just not likable. I guess
I think
the point is he's just not
likable. I think it would
likable.
look different.
But if you think about it, and the criticism was, well, Jordan wasn't out there leaving Chicago to join a team so he could win a championship. And then the fact when they did join this team and the Dallas Mavericks beat them was great, by the way. He's just not likable, and I think that's just what is the NBA has become. It's just been his face. I do like Steph Curry. I do like that team, even if you want to call it a super team. But a lot of that was through the draft, you guys. They built that team themselves.
Right.
Kevin Durant came on later, which now then it seems like a little ridiculous. You get what I'm saying? I don't know.
How can you say LeBron James isn't likable?
He's not.
I disagree with that.
You agree with me or agree with Jay?
I agree with Jay on the fact that he is likable. The only thing I don't like is his on the court crying a little bit. He flops a lot for me.
He's just not likable to me, you guys. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Other than that, I do think he's likable. I think he is exciting to watch. He's does good things on the court and off the court. He's a freak of nature. I mean,
he's a freak of nature. He's just not likable to me. I'm sorry. I don't like him. I don't.
Okay, and again, a year ago we were having this conversation and the same thing. If big names were in the dunk contest, would it change your likability for the NBA?
Possibly. He's never done one. He's
got to do one.
I mean, he's never. I don't know. He's the biggest name in the NBA. He granted is. He's the best player in the NBA. He's probably the second best player of all time.
That's what I said.
I mean, arguably, but he's up. I mean,
we shouldn't give these guys the option. This is part of the league. This is part of the contract. Is they shouldn't have an option to be in the dunk contest.
I'm with Serge a little bit on that too. I don't know. It just even like back in the day, even when I was a Jordan fan, I still liked Barkley. You know what I mean?
Why do guys not play in the Pro Bowl?
It's because they don't want to get hurt.
Okay, so it's the guys that are on the two remaining teams that are playing the following week in the Super Bowl, the biggest game of the year. They're still vying for a title. They're not going to play a violent football game the week before they play the championship. So I understand. You don't see guys getting hurt in the dunk contest. Is there a chance they could roll an ankle? Yes. They still play in the All-Star game, don't they?
Well, there's guys that have fallen down the steps before.
They still play an entire All-Star game.
I mean, they jump over cars.
Right.
Now, yeah.
You don't need to jump over a car.
Well, when nobody knows who the hell you are, they do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You didn't see Dominique and Michael doing that?
No. But, yeah, you don't need to, do a trapeze from the rafters to dunk a basketball.
Yeah. If you did, I'd be pretty impressed, though.
It would be pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It would be
Here comes Jay Foster on the trapeze.
He also is he's a rodeo clown in his spare time.
What's that? And he's bringing out a monkey.
Hey, who's that monkey, Jay? Who's that friend on your shoulder?
It's Whiplash.
Oh, the Duncan Monkey.
A sub-6 sophomore from Bettendorf, Iowa, with his trusty sidekick, Whiplash.
Oh, my gosh.
He's going to do a trapeze from the rafters into a windmill dunk. 9.5.
If I saw you dunking with a monkey on your back.
With Whiplash? All right.
Jade win that one.
Let's take a quick break and come back with your Hassle Streak bet, Serge.
Okay.
All right. Pints is the Davenport's premier spot for craft draft beer and superb cocktails. Located on the border of Davenport and Bettendorf, it's the perfect location for people out on the town. Grab some drinks before the movies or after dinner on a date night, or just stop by any day of the week to enjoy their happy hour or any other 7 daily specials. Don't forget, every Sunday, Pints is proud to bring you the best Sunday fun day there is, there was, and ever will be, with $3 you call it's, and then at 8 o'clock, we have Gong Show Karaoke hosted by our friend Scott Stowe. That's right, it's your chance to win $50 in house cash each night, or get a shot if you get gonged. That's Pints, 5268 Utica Ridge Road in Davenport.
This is Brian Rothenberger, radio guy for the Quad City Storm. You are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Get your maximum refund and your taxes prepared for half the price with AmeriFile.
I'm Christy, a single mom from Bettendorf. I got tired of paying $250 at H&R Block, so I went to AmeriFile. As advertised, they did my taxes for far less than half the price.
Bring in a copy of last year's tax return done by H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax, or any other tax preparer, and we will cut your tax prep fees in half, guaranteed.
This year, AmeriFile has the best tax prep deal in town. Save hundreds having your taxes prepared with AmeriFile, and you get a coupon for free Rudy's Tacos, Whitey's Ice Cream, or Hungry Hobo. Trust AmeriFile's 30 years tax experience to handle any simple or complex tax situation. Remember, this tax season, save hundreds with AmeriFile, the best tax prep deal in town. Free Rudy's Tacos, Whitey's Ice Cream, or Hungry Hobo. AmeriFile Tax Centers, Davenport, Moline, and Clinton. Call 762-8087. That's 762-8087 or AmeriFile.com.
H&R Block is a registered trademark. After price taxes from last year's fees. $75 minimum.
There's a reason people keep coming back to Casey's General Stores. Maybe it's because we've been serving communities like yours for over 50 years. Maybe it's the smiles and friendly conversation you'll find here. Or maybe it's because we continue to spend the extra time preparing our made-from-scratch pizza the way you want it. Right now, get any 2 large single-topping pizzas for only $9.99 each. Casey's, famous for pizza. Not valid with any other offer.
Gobo Productions presents One Night of Queen. Since forming in 2002, Gary Mullen and the Works have performed to sellout audiences all over the world.
And now they're back in the USA
for a brand new tour.
One Night of Queen is a spectacular live concert recreating the look, sound, and showmanship
of arguably the greatest rock band of all time.
You'll hear classic Queen numbers including
We Will Rock You, Fat Bottom Girls, Another One Bites the Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Are the Champions.
One Night of Queen, performed by Gary Mullen and the Works.
This show will rock you.
Coming to the TaxSlayer Center March 24th. Tickets are on sale now at the TaxSlayer Center box office and Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Town Square Media.
It's the hottest ticket in town. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop entertainment. It's Quad City Steamwheelers football. The IFL season kicks off Friday night, February 22nd against the San Diego Strike Force. Tickets start at only $10, so bring the entire family and meet the players after the game. Experience the excitement of professional indoor football. Call the TaxSlayer box office or visit SteamwheelerTickets.com. That's Friday night, February 22nd, the Steamwheelers versus San Diego, presented by Crawford Company.
Now, back to Don't Hassle Us. We're local on ESPN 93.5.
Break it down. Degenerate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. Like a break, boy.
And we're back in the Hassle Palace.
Speaking of whiplash.
Brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish.
Speaking of whiplash and the rodeo clown and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the nice people at the TaxSlayer Center, they did tell me that I need to give them enough a fair warning if I want to do fun things like being a rodeo clown. In April, the Monster Truck Jam's coming in town. I can't wait for that.
You should get in a barrel there.
I already started looking at the promos for that.
What are you going to do?
Sunday. See the beast from the east take on the thunder from down under.
You know the name of the cars.
Robots versus wrestlers?
I hope so, yeah. Well, speaking of wrestling, WWE is coming April 21st.
Are we going to have anybody
I'm
local?
going to. I don't know.
Seth Rollins maybe there?
I know Sasha Banks, but I was hoping to get Sasha Banks
Seth
in.
Rollins made an appearance at SCW, by the way, I saw on Twitter.
I know. I heard.
And Pat retained his title.
They're still the SCW Tag Team
Champion of the World. Love it.
Yep. The Corn Belt Cowboy, the one called Steve Manders.
Bruce Buffer's got nothing on us, man. Before you know it, they're going to be interviewing us on Everything Combat.
Maybe
one day. That is on tonight, everybody.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
7 o'clock tonight on ESPN. Pat Anger, or
Pat
Pat
Miletich and Jeff
Miletich
Wilson.
and
But first,
Jeffrey Wilson.
By the way, I have a new promo from mybookie.com that they sent us.
Oh.
That's
Can we
not
read
right
this
now.
old one instead?
Let's go to mybookie.com.
All right, guys.
What'd you say?
Rather than send us a big fat check.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. Yeah, that's right, everybody. Get on the gambling action yourself. Go to mybookie.com to start your account and place your own bets. They've been in business for years, have great reviews online, and the mobile site's easy to use. So lay down some cash and win big today. You win, they pay. That's the MyBookie way. And don't forget to use our promo code QCASSLE when you create your account to activate the bonus. That's mybookie.com. Serge, you are on deck.
What you got for us,
Oh,
Serge?
buddy. Well, there's a couple college basketball games tonight.
Jump
but
back.
I do not feel comfortable with either one of them because
If I was you, I would take North Scott Bettendorf.
no.
Jay has the line.
No.
This is if we were to put a line on this.
Yeah.
Bettendorf's at home. It's a 5:00 game. No sophomore game.
Put a line on it, Jay. Serge got it.
The last time it was in overtime.
I'm not going to gamble on high school sports on the air. Maybe off the air.
Yeah. This
do you
last
mean?
time, this game went
That's not real money.
59-55 in overtime.
Okay.
At North
money.
Scott. North Scott is currently the number 1 team in Class 4A for Iowa high school basketball. Bettendorf is currently the number 2 team. How do we set a line for this?
I make it 3.5.
You who?
Bettendorf.
Really?
Favored by 3.5.
No.
All
I think that's disrespectful to disrespecting the undefeated North Scott Lancers.
Wow, you think? I think I'm flipping it. They tied and then they got 4 there, so are they going to win by 4 here or not?
You might be onto something, though.
Yeah.
Because they do find a way to win. Koss was on Friday.
Yes.
North Scott's finding a way to win. Eventually, does it change? Does luck not find their way to
The
them?
road game's going to be a factor. This is not.
It's going to be nuts to butts in here.
Yeah, it was night. It was tied at the end of the regulation out in North Scott, and they won by 4.
It's going to be cherries to peaches.
I get it.
I like Lancers, and I like a -2.
All right.
I like Lancers -2,
right.
And I like the over/under to be at
Watch,
101.
I'm going to get a phone call and I'm hating.
The over/under.
Back to my hassle streak. Enough high school gambling.
Come on, make it fun.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna stick with what's been working for me. I'm going to the NBA, but I'm not taking an over. I'm going to take Milwaukee Bucks -11.5.
Ooh,
at the Chicago Bulls.
Ooh,
I'm taking not one of my favorite teams. I'm taking a road team.
Okay.
And I'm taking them -11.5 at the horrible Bulls.
Well, if it was me, I'd be taking Bettendorf -3.5.
But you know what, T-Roy? It's not.
Oh, okay.
Sean Clancy does point out on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line that DJ Carton did hurt his ankle a little bit on Friday night.
Well,
I think you're disrespecting the undefeated Lancers.
I think you're disrespecting DJ's ankle.
Jane, you ignorant. Anyway. Yeah. So we got that going, and the rank. You said the odds are not out yet.
The odds for the AAF Week 2 are not out yet.
Like they don't want us to have fun.
Site. That's okay. It's only Monday.
I got it all written down.
Okay. Got a comment out there in the Vance Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment thread said, how about the PV girls? Going to get any love on the next rankings?
Absolutely.
Number 8 with 21-0.
Yeah, we talked about that 2 weeks ago with Koss.
With Koss.
And that we just don't understand. And he says that is a combination of
conference strength.
The conference strength. And that's
basically what it boiled down to, conference strength.
That's unfortunate. We talked about it was a week ago last Thursday.
You know what, that being said, they'll just have to beat the number 1 team earlier in the playoffs and win it all.
But that's the problem when the postseason comes out. The fact that they might be traveling, even though they're undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
they
hear
might
you.
Be a host,
a little tougher road. They're still a great team. I think I'm rooting for them, man. I hope they win it all and prove all the naysayers wrong. It doesn't matter how tough your conference is.
It was an incredible weekend. I mean, Bettendorf's taken 12 to state for wrestling. North Scott's taken 9. The boys. Bettendorf boys swim team got 3rd at state. Got an All-American too.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's repeat that, Jay, for everybody out there that thinks that we don't talk enough about swimming. Bettendorf swimming did what again?
They got 3rd at state, and one of their swimmers got All-American status. I talked to Coach Aaron yesterday, so good for them. That's his 7th straight year of getting 3rd place in either boys swimming or girls swimming. 7th straight year.
Huh.
So
pretty good run there for Bettendorf swimming, huh?
Yeah. Like I said, wrestling good. I wish I could have got out, but family comes first, and I had things to do on Saturday, so I didn't get to go to districts. I would have loved to have gone up to DeWitt District because I really wanted to see that Class 2A up there as well. So state wrestling starts on Wednesday. The pairings are out. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. We're going to call Koss tomorrow and talk about because this is the first time they've seeded the state wrestling tournament. So we'll talk a little bit about that. There's some controversy out there. Not much, but you're not going to make everybody happy. This is the first year that they've done seeding at the state tournament, and of course, not everybody's going to be happy, but we'll talk more about that with Koss tomorrow. Overall, things that are coming up, and the weekend was good. I mean, the Iowa game, we didn't talk about Iowa State. They lost to TCU. That's TCU's only 2nd road win against a ranked team. Previously, they were 1-84 against ranked teams on the road.
2 out of 84 ain't bad, Meatloaf always said.
Yeah, he didn't. But, yeah.
It was 2 out of 3, my bad.
Yeah. I don't know how if that loss will affect the Hawkeyes for their strength when it comes down to the net or not. But these are the things you need to look at now.
I don't think it's going to affect much. for Iowa.
You don't think so?
No. That really hurt Iowa State. They dropped big time.
Okay.
They dropped 6 spots to 23rd.
Did Iowa raise it all, Serge?
No, Iowa dropped one.
They dropped one. They're at 21 now.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Northwestern always the thorn in our sides?
Because Greenberg went there. And he talks how much he hates Iowa football, too, by the way.
Does he?
Oh, yes, he does.
So
I've heard him say it before.
Iowa moved up in the coaches poll, but in the AP top 25, they went down one.
Greenberg moved up in my poll of people that I want to slap in the face. So there.
Enough talk about T-Roy's poll.
What's the emoji for that?
Eggplant.
Oh, all right.
No, but seriously, why is Northwestern always a...
They have been.
It's annoying.
It is what it is.
It is. Well, now Iowa's got 6 days off, so that's good. I'm sure there'll probably be like a Fran presser like in the midweek, so we might lose Kakert on Wednesday.
Oh, I can't be losing Kakert. Who's going to bring me snacks?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to remind everyone tonight on Everything Combat, 7 o'clock on ESPN 93.5. Also on, I believe, through Jeff Wilson's Facebook Live. They'll have on Everything Combat tonight. Mauro Ranello? Am I saying that right?
Mario Ranello.
Mauro. It's not Mario. It's Mauro. Ranello.
Okay.
He's got an incredible story.
Yeah,
he really
does. Yes,
I would. I'd suggest tuning into that. We'll also put that up on a podcast form as well on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on Podbean and Apple. But if you haven't listened to Everything Combat, they do a great job. It's not just about combat sports. They're really just taking about stories in life and overcoming struggles and making yourself a better person. And I feel like it's one of those things that we should listen to and we should pay more attention to the stories. It's kind of like when we had Kyle Dietz in here, It's
absolutely.
We can spend our time bagging on things or saying or pointing out when people are negative for no reason whatsoever. But really, the feel good stories are the ones that make you feel better as a person.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, all this who wins and who doesn't win, and is that a bad hit? It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just fun. We're here for fun. But things like that, you're absolutely right. Like Kyle Dietz, what he overcame. I mean, that's the stuff that you wake up every day and it makes you want to smile. And we need more of those stories like that. So, you got to love what Pat and Jeff are doing, man. Everything Combat is an outstanding show. So I'm glad that we can be what small part of it we are.
The other thing, if you peel the layers back and kind of like what you're saying to your point, T. Roy, and if you take when Sargent was on Wednesday,
right, when
he said that he loves sports. Now, Sarge, he may be an assistant golf pro, but he also wrote for the Argus.
Yeah.
So, but what he said really stuck with me. He said, he goes, I love sports. It's my escape of all the things that are going on in the world and whatnot. That's what he treats it as. And when you actually look at it like that, it's not live or die.
Right.
Because it's not.
It's not.
Yeah. I thought that was a real interesting way of looking at it. Excuse me.
And we'll have Sarge back on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, he's either coming in or we'll call him, one of the two.
Sweet.
Because we got to get our golf.
We got to have Sarge on every week.
Yeah. Like I said, you need the help for the.
Well, I definitely need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then else, I got into my first. March Madness squares already?
Nice.
So did I.
Yeah. It's a little early, but...
Yeah. Dennis's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
a hustler, that kid.
It just seems weird, like more and more like...
Did he get his free square?
No.
Okay.
It
just seems weird more and more like how people are putting it out there already.
Did it?
No. What's that?
I just think it's weird that they're already starting squares for March Madness.
I just, you got to get out ahead of it, probably. We really are only 30 days off.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
Does it bug you, make it think that it's already coming to the end already? Like
a little bit, but I also think
that's just being organized.
Well, I guess that's true.
If Dennis is anything, he's organized.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
and you know what? Like the things on those squares, like if you get that board already all filled up right away, if it fills up this early, then cool, you can do another one.
Or just sit back and relax.
Nah, they'll probably do another one.
Or just do what Wheezy does. Wheezy does it.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
The squares thing, I
don't need that kind of negativity.
Jeez, we're not going in that direction. I thought we got over this.
Why are you guys giggling? Why are you doing squares already?
No, it's not. It's like,
hey, cool, it's square time.
It's February.
Cheer up, Sparky. Come on.
Oh, knock it off. Knock it off. It's
Cheer up,
February.
Sparky.
It's February.
I know. You know what? Hey, it's the week of love, to be honest with you, Jay.
It is. What are you doing for your special lady friend for Valentine's Day, T-Ray?
Giving her the best tongue kiss I've ever given.
Oh, boy.
Speaking of tongue kisses, Jay,
No.
you ever hear about the first time I tongue kissed?
You set yourself up there.
No, we're going to take a quick break on that because I don't want to
yeah.
hear it, and we have to run some ads.
We do have to run some ads. You know why, Jay?
Because
every Thursday at 8 o'clock, it's live music night at Harrington's Pub. Enjoy sounds from your favorite Quad City musicians in a cool acoustical atmosphere. And just for your listening pleasure, this Valentine's Day, Thursday night, our man Dave Ellis will be playing at Harrington's Pub at 8 o'clock. So make sure you check it out. All you lovers in love, come on out with your special companion and enjoy some music at Harrington's Pub, 2321 Cumberland Square.
Your special
in
companion.
Bettendorf.
Hey, this is Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Do it again, a little more heart.
It's the hottest ticket in town. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop entertainment. It's Quad City Steamwheelers football. The IFL season kicks off Friday night, February 22nd against the San Diego Strike Force. Tickets start at only $10, so bring the entire family and meet the players after the game. Experience the excitement of professional indoor football. Call the Tax Slayer box office or visit SteamwheelerTickets.com. That's Friday night, February 22nd, the Steamwheelers versus San Diego, presented by Crawford Company.
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay Bird, Serge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
Gobo Productions presents One Night of Queen. Since forming in 2002, Gary Mullen and the Works have performed to sellout audiences all over the world. And now they're back in the USA for a brand new tour. One Night of Queen is a spectacular live concert recreating the look, sound, and showmanship of arguably the greatest rock band of all time. You'll hear classic Queen numbers including We Will Rock You, Fat Bottom Girls, Another One Bites the Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Are the Champions. One Night of Queen, performed by Gary Mullen and the Works. This show will rock you.
Coming to the TaxSlayer Center March 24th. Tickets are on sale now at the TaxSlayer Center box office and Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Town Square Media.
Sheedy Family Chiropractic is your choice for chiropractic care in the Quad Cities. From little leaguers to high school athletes and the weekend warriors, treating new injuries, muscle or joint problems, and chronic pain, we are committed to providing cost-effective care for your family's needs. Same-day appointments available most days for new patients and always $20 sports physicals. Sheedy Family Chiropractic, getting you back to work, play, and life. Call today or find us online at SheedyChiro.com. That's SHEEDY Cairo.com.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
And we're back in the Hassle Palace.
Too busy.
Brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 93.5. What jam is this, Jay?
It's just called the Dance Bumper. Anyway,
whatever song that is, I like that.
It's been a fun show today, and
Serge, I can get loose to this song, Serge.
I was just laughing at Erickson's comment on the Vance Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line about 44 days till the end of this Queen commercial. This is great. Anyway, we were talking off the air, and we're still kind of going on about Get Up this morning and their take on the alliance. And let's see. They're saying that if this is the type of football that's out there, they don't want their kids to play it. The Timmy and Tommies out there is what Dan Orlovsky said.
If this is how it's going to be, Jay, I'm not letting my child
you
go
know
out
what?
there.
If that's how it's going to be, Timmy and Tommy should stick to hopscotch then.
Well, here's the deal. Like,
whoa. Can't call him a him and it, okay?
All right.
I said they.
No,
All
but
right.
what I'm asking you is, aren't we like...
Can't gender specify anymore.
Oh, no, listen to me. Listen to me. If I say my daughter is not going to play, I'm not allowing her to play soccer, then all of a sudden I'm limiting and I'm not parenting right?
And you called her
Hold
a
on.
daughter.
But hear me out.
She screwed up 2 ways.
I'm limiting her. I'm not supposed to limit my kid. But you can turn around and say they're not playing football?
Right. So you're going to get in trouble just by saying, no, you can't play a certain sport. So you can't be a parent anymore? You can't say, no, I think this is too dangerous, or I don't think that you should be playing this. I don't like you playing this or this. You can't let them do everything they want to do. You have to be a parent at some point. Like they want to go play out in traffic. You're probably going to say, hey, no, don't go play out in traffic. Oh, you can't hold them back. Got to let them go. No.
No.
Listen, it's a personal choice. If you don't want your kid to play football, don't let your kid play football. I'm not here to tell a parent what to do. I'm not here to tell a parent how to feel about their child. What I'm here to say is for Mike Greenberg I can't even say his name.
It's fine. He can't say...
He can't pronounce people's names.
Good. Perfect. I got him back.
It's fine.
And Jay Williams and the other...
Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah. Who's that?
He was a quarterback.
For who?
He played for Tampa Bay. He played for...
Did he?
Yeah. He's like...
You know what? He should have stuck sucking at that because he sucks worse as an announcer. Anyway, those 2 gas bags, whatever, 3 gas bags, whatever you want to call them. What they're doing is so transparent, like you said. ESPN is trying to fart all over this thing because they're not involved.
Yes.
Knock it off.
And like I said, it's
you don't hear us farting on things that we're not involved with.
Want me to go down a list of sports where you can find scores on besides the Alliance?
It's again,
on ESPN?
Yeah.
But yeah.
The NBA G League.
Who plays in that?
The G League. Nobody knows.
Is that for gangsters only?
Like, okay, they have the D League, the G League. Below that, you can find scores to that. There's a game called snooker. Jay?
Is that where...
Snooker.
Is highlight on that list?
Snooker, like where you're putting a ball in front of another ball and you got to go around it?
It's part of billiards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snooker. All right, I know what it is.
Let's see. Super netball scores.
What's super netball?
Super netball scores.
Can you tell me what super netball is?
It's
Is it like a form of pickleball?
It's a ball and it's very super.
Form of volleyball, kind of.
Is that the thing like in the middle?
You play with a dodgeball?
You can do it like Scott County Park.
Imagine if you played volleyball with a dodgeball.
I'm just reading things. I don't know all these.
Like spiking a dodgeball.
You can find
off
chess.
someone's
You
face.
can find chess scores.
Chess. I'm very
Like
good at
Pawn
chess.
Rook.
Of course, you're very good at chess. If I could have bet money that you were going to say that you're very good at
What,
chess,
are you not?
Well, everybody feels like they're good at chess.
Have you ever heard of kabaddi or kabaddi?
I've never seriously heard a
karate.
person
This
say
is kabaddi.
I'm bad at chess. Never
I'm
in my
horrible.
life have I heard anybody say
I have.
I'm bad at chess.
I'm bad.
Like I struggle to find people that want to play because they're like, oh my god, I can't play chess. I'm like, really? You don't know how to
I
play?
just don't know. I just
a lot
never
of people
learned.
just don't know how.
Right.
Okay, people
Okay.
that know how to play do not say that they're bad. Anyway.
Kabaddi.
See, now Jay thinks he can beat me at chess.
J. Kabaddi. Kabaddi.
I don't know what that is.
I can't spell.
I don't know that either, but I can find scores on it.
All right, well.
By the
Here's-
way, I want to gamble on all of these things I just
Yes.
brought up now.
Here's to hoping we have a show tomorrow. after what we
just did.
Yeah, what we just did. But again,
Do you know what I do love? Town Square Media.
that's right. The thing is that I just don't understand. Just like, I think you're right, and there isn't a better way of putting it. Instead of farting all over it, just
Be professional.
yeah. It was everybody. The outpouring on Twitter was overall.
And maybe I'm not being professional by farting all over what they've done. All right, I'll take that.
To each his own.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. Yeah.
I'm just criticizing you for not doing what I think is right. They're just. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Want to remind everybody that on Friday we have our.
I'm not going to allow it, Jay.
We play pool against Team You Got Action. The 14s and the tween, as I like to call them.
That's not before. We have a big matchup tonight. The Erie Bayhawks and the Delaware Bluecoats square off in the NBA G League tonight.
Sure,
so after
sure.
we find that,
Yeah.
then we're gonna play some pool.
Yeah, we've got
And
that going
after
on.
that,
We're gonna
Jay
get-
and I are playing chess.
We're gonna get snookered.
It's at 4:30. at the main event in downtown Bettendorf. We're gonna play pool, and I don't know how this works out.
You bringing your own stick?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go pick one up after this.
I just want to get a case.
Oh, I really want to come in with
Just
the
a
case.
case.
Yeah.
I got a rattlesnake skin case.
The thing is, we look at him like he's serious. He probably does.
Right.
I do.
Right. What can we put in our cases besides pool cues?
Yeah.
I can't say it on air.
All right. Well, we
Bunch-
get with that
bunch of
being said.
eggplants.
Fun show today, guys. It was a lot of fun, and we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll do it again in 22 hours. So you guys have a great day. Have a hassle-free Monday. We will see you soon.
I'm not letting my child listen to this crap.
Oh, peaches.
Good call. Hey, and by the way, thanks for the dream for calling in.
The dream. I forgot.
ESPN Radio